Hello everyone and welcome back to the Coaching Masters channel. My name is Bonnie, I'm the Director of Training here at the Coaching Masters, and today we're going to talk about why it is so important to dream big. Dream big in life, and especially dream big for our coaching business. So what does dreaming big actually mean? It means that we really want to have the ability to be able to dream about anything we want in life. So think about what you want. It doesn't matter how big or how crazy it is. I just want you to think of every single thing that you want, every single thing that you want from your coaching business. And I want you to just expand it as if anything were possible. You could have anything in the world. Dream that big. There are no limits to what you can dream. So I want you to just dream that biggest desire, just the best life for yourself, the best coaching business for yourself, whatever it is, just keep growing it. Now, why do we want to dream big? I'm going to go into that in a second, but what is the difference in dreaming small? So what does it actually mean to dream small? Dreaming small might be in the sense of if you are starting a coaching business, that maybe you're like, oh, well, in my first year, I want to get 5 coaching clients. Now, in the grand scheme of things, that's probably going to be relatively easy. You have 12 months to get 5 clients. And yes, maybe you are setting yourself up for something that you can achieve, but you're also limiting yourself at the same time, because if in a year you only want 5 coaching clients, then you're not really thinking about what else is possible. Now, by dreaming big, we may open it up to 50 clients in a year, or even 100 clients in a year. The possibilities are endless. So really start thinking about how many people you want to be working with, how much money you want to make, and get really clear on all these things that you want. Do you want to be speaking on stages? Do you want to be on TEDx? Do you want to be sitting next to Tony Robbins? Whatever it is, what is that dream? And I just want you to really, really start thinking, how can I play big? How can I dream big? If nothing was going to stop me, then how could I go after everything that I want? If nothing was going to stop me, then what would I really, really want? Some of us may not know how to dream big because maybe our life circumstance didn't really allow for it. Maybe we grew up in families who never dreamt big for themselves. We had friends who didn't dream big. Everyone just was in a very small, stuck mindset where all they really wanted was something that would pay the bills, something that would be able to help them live life a little bit better, and nothing more, nothing less. And there wasn't too much thought put into it. Now, if you surrounded yourself with people who are dreaming small, then it's no wonder that you're not dreaming big. And it's probably going to feel pretty uncomfortable for you the first time you do it. If you're not dreaming big, then there's a chance that maybe you actually don't really know what you want out of life. You know what you don't want. You know that you don't like the job that you're in. You know that you don't really want to continue on the path that you're on, but you don't have a better option. You don't have something really clear that you're working towards. You just know that the thing that you're doing isn't that great and you kind of want to change it. Now, this is something that's very common for people. There are a lot of people that really don't know what they want. So again, if this is you, I want you to really sit down, think it out, write it out, whatever your process is, and really see for yourself what is possible if you open your mind, open up your imagination, and sit with yourself and really tell you what you want. Now, there's also the possibility that maybe you are allowing yourself to dream big because you don't want to be disappointed, or you truly don't believe that it's possible. It might be possible for others, but it's not possible for you. Or maybe you have dreamt big in the past and you've been disappointed, or the people around you that are dreaming small have shut it down and said, oh no, you'll never be able to achieve that. Don't even think about it. And it's made you feel so sad and insecure that you've just decided that you don't want to dream big anymore. You're going to set an expectation that's here. And if you meet that, then you're not going to be hurt or broken or disappointed. Sometimes we may have set big goals for ourselves, and because we failed at them once, that pain stays with us and hurts us so much that we just never want to go for something again. So if any of these things are the reasons why you're still dreaming small, then I want you to just let them go, right? These dreams are not going to serve us. These thoughts are not going to serve us. If we want to go after what we want, if we want to start our own business, if we want to be successful and help a bunch of people, we need to start dreaming big. Nobody is going to want to buy courses or coaching from someone who is insular and doesn't want to share anything about themselves. The coaching world is all about your personal brand. It's all about the person you're presenting out to the world. And so people want to see you. They want to get to know you. They want to see what's possible through you. If you dream big, then you actually allow others the possibility to dream big as well. And who's to put limits on anything that we want? No one. everyone says that things aren't possible. And then someone comes along and changes that. Someone beats a world record, someone makes more money, someone does something that's just absolutely incredible that no one has done before. There are always these cases that happen. So impossible? I don't think so. We're not going to listen to that. We are going to go in with the belief that anything we want is possible. Why is it actually important for us to dream big when it comes to our coaching business? Dreaming big leads to bigger, better results. If you go in with the goal that you want to have 5 coaching clients, that's great. Once you achieve that goal, it's like, check, okay, that was good. But what if you went in with the goal of having 50 clients? That's 50 people that you could help. That's 45 more people's lives that you could help change. And as a benefit as well, that means that you're attracting more money, you're bringing more money back to you. You can take that money, you can put it back into your business, and you can help even more people. Bigger dreams isn't something that's selfish. Actually, a lot of the time, it can make us more selfless because we're able to give more. And I know that a lot of people get into coaching because they want to help others. They want to help change the world. They want to make it a better place. And money gives people the opportunity to do that. So more clients, more lives changed, more money. If you are not out there actually creating a benefit or value or helping to change lives, people aren't going to want to buy from you. So actually, the more money that you earn is a direct visual of how many people you've been able to help. Bigger dreams also make it so that we can progress faster. Because if you set the goal of having 5 clients within a year, you may not be working very hard, right? You're going to go in and you're going to put in a bit of effort, but you're going to go, wow, I've got a whole year to get 5 clients. So if I take today off or tomorrow off, it's not going to be a big deal because I still got the whole year to go out there and get 5 clients. And that may be all you get. Now, if you go in with the assumption that you want 100 clients in a year, you want to help 100 people change their lives, then even if you don't hit that goal of helping 100 people, I bet you're going to help a hell of a lot more than 5. So you're going to be way further along than if you had just stuck to playing small. Playing big and dreaming big helps us to push ourselves to greater capabilities than we thought possible. And a lot of the time we can actually achieve these goals. We are so much more capable than we give ourselves credit for. We always want to hold us back to play safe. And actually a lot of the time, the greatest results, the people that make the greatest impact on the world are the people that aren't afraid to dream big, change lives, view the world a different way, see what else is possible, go after what they want and make it happen. And like I said, if you don't happen to reach that huge goal, you're still going to be way further along than just having set that tiny goal for yourself. One exercise that I love to do that kind of is in relation to this is a money mindset exercise where I will ask clients, how much money do you want to make? How much money do you want to charge for a coaching session, for your coaching program? How much money do you want to make this year, this month, whatever it is? So people will write down a number and then I'll ask them, okay, now I want you to add a 0 to it. And you should see their reactions. They're always like, shocked, smiling, happy, fearful, all of it all at once, because it's this new possibility of like, oh my gosh, there's this brand new number that I didn't even think about because I didn't even think it was possible. And I always say that is the number you're aiming for. Yes, you may start at this number, but also now that we have this bigger number with the 0 added after it, then it's going to make that little number that you were aiming for before seem like it's more achievable. A lot of us have money mindset issues when we're first starting. We don't feel like we're deserving of that much money. We don't feel like we can ask someone to pay us that much money. What are we worth? What's our program? You know, are we actually going to help people and be able to charge that amount? Yes, absolutely you are. But when you do this exercise, it just shows you what is possible. And I know people charging ridiculous fees, like $36,000 for a masterclass for a day. That is madness. So if they can charge that, you can charge 4 figures for your coaching business. I think that you can do that. And if you have this new view of the possibility of the number that you could make, then you're going to really be able to start to embrace this new number. It's not going to feel as scary because actually that's not the number you're working towards. You're working towards this number right here. There's so much that is possible for you. It's just that you are the one that boxes that potential. So if you start to open your mind and believe that there are other options, that there are other possibilities, you're going to start to see that that is in fact very true. Now, one trick that we can do in order to make this feel a little bit more comfortable for ourselves, I mean, it's still probably going to feel uncomfortable, but one thing that we can do is if you are really stuck playing small and you've got limiting beliefs around this and it makes you feel really uncomfortable to dream bigger, then we just want to take it a step at a time. So if your goal is to get 5 clients in a year, why not up it to 10, 20, 30. Up it by a bit and just see how that feels. See how your motivation changes. See if you're able to do more. Let's say you up it by 24. That means you have to get 2 clients a month. That seems pretty achievable, doesn't it? That means every 2 weeks you need to get another client. I think that feels very realistic. And this is the important thing, because sometimes if we're really stuck playing small or dreaming small, then it's actually going to hold us back to dream too big. So if you set the goal of 5 clients in a year and then you change it to dream big and you change it to 500 clients in a year, well, that goal is actually going to put so much pressure on you and not feel realistic and just really kind of put the fear in you so much that you're probably not going to end up taking any action at all. So this is not what we want, because we don't want our dreams to feel so out of reach that we just shut it off and kind of put it in our mind as, oh yeah, that's not really achievable. So just not going to work on it, just not going to work towards it. No. So we want goals as we're dreaming big. We still want them to feel like they are attainable, they are achievable. So if you're starting with that low number of clients, just see what is possible if you dream a bit bigger for yourself, but still can feel realistic, but still pushes the uncomfortable boundary, because we want to be making ourselves uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is where we grow, the beauty of discomfort. So we really want to put ourselves in those positions where we feel uncomfortable, but yet there is the hope that, do you know what? Maybe I could do that. It's terrifying. I've got a little pit in my stomach, but if I work hard and put the effort in, I think I could achieve that. We can do this with our finances too. So say you've got a goal of making $50,000 in 1 year. If you just decide that you want to up it to $1 million, that can feel really terrifying for some people. Now, not for everyone. Some people are going to be way better at dreaming bigger than others. So some people that are dreaming small, they might go, do you know what? Yeah, that's right. Let's go for the million. I've got this. Like, let's do it, right? They might be really motivated by that. Other people, if 50,000 seems like a reach, then $1 million is just going to seem absolutely unattainable, and you're just not going to believe it. If we don't believe it, even the tiniest bit, we're just not going to work towards it. So what number can you put down for yourself? What if you were going to make 100,000 this year instead? To be able to make that 6 figures, that would still feel pretty good for a lot of people. So you can start with that, work towards that, see how you go. And as you do this, you're going to start to create kind of a checklist for yourself as well. You're going to create proof where you're going to go, oh wow, I got 5 clients this month, and oh, I got 10 clients, and oh my gosh, I got another 5. So I can do this. And look, the money is now starting to come in. As we get the proof, then we can expand our dreams so that then you go, do you know what? I've actually made 75,000 in 6 months. So instead of just going for 100,000, let's go for 250,000, right? Then you can start to grow and expand and dream bigger. But sometimes we just need to take it step by step first, and that's okay too. So whatever way works for you, whether you can go in right away and just go, yeah, I'm gonna make that million, I'm gonna go after it, or you need to move a little bit smaller. Both are going to be beneficial if you are just expanding from where you first started. You want the goal to feel uncomfortable, yet still possible. In order for us to really start dreaming big, one thing that we're definitely going to need is to build up our self-belief. Because if you do not believe in yourself, if you do not believe that you're going to take the action, if you do not believe that your goal is possible, then it doesn't matter how big you dream, you're not going to go after it, you're not going to work towards it, because you just don't believe it's possible. This is the feedback loop. So if you believe that it's not possible, let's say, for example, there's a gap. You need to jump from one side of the river to the other, and there's this river in between. And if you go in thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna make it, then when you go to take the action of the jump, you're either gonna run and then you're gonna jump back because you're afraid, you've psyched yourself out, or you're gonna run and you're not going to make it because you just don't believe it's possible. Splash, you're in the lake and you're soaked. Now, if you go in with this belief that it is possible, that you can jump across that stream, you eye it up and you're like, yes, okay, I've got this. I've absolutely got this. Then when you go to take that action, you are going to run as fast as you can. You are going to jump as hard as you can. You are going to push yourself and throw yourself across to the other side, and you're gonna make it, right? Now, this feedback loop is helpful because whichever way we've done it, if we don't believe it, take the action, don't succeed, then it just reinforces that belief. And again, we are just not going to go after what we want because we're going to go, oh, see, I told you it wasn't possible. If we believe that we can do it, that if we take the action and we believe that it can happen, then when we get here, we're going to reinforce that belief. So, oh my gosh, I took an action, I got the result, maybe there's more possible. So I'm going to try it again, and it happened again, and I'm going to do it again, right? So we're building these feedback loops. Whether you believe you can or you believe you can, you're right. So it would be a lot better if you believe that goal is possible. And like I said, if you're dreaming too big where it's just too much, then you can bring the goal back a little bit until you at least have that tiny feeling where you're like, okay, maybe it's possible. Now, when it comes to dreaming big, we have to battle a couple fears as well. One fear is a fear of failure, because with trying new things, with pushing limits, with dreaming big, means that there's probably going to be a lot of failure on the way. The people that are the most successful in life are the people that weren't afraid to fail. They have failed so many times, but that is why they're so successful, because they keep going and they try again and they try again and they try again. So you need to be okay with failing. You need to be okay with making mistakes along the way, with having things not go your way, with releasing a piece of content and having it suck and not get any traction on your socials, or go in and have a really bad discovery call and not get the client. Whatever it is, you need to fail, because that is how you learn. So if you go in with a crappy discovery call and you don't get the client, then it doesn't mean that you are bad. It doesn't mean that you are a failure. It means that actually maybe your discovery call skills aren't as good as they need to be, and that is something that you need to practice. So instead of going in with the belief that, oh, well, that one call didn't work, so I'm never going to do it again, you go, okay, how can I improve for the next one? Maybe I need to improve my objection handling. I'm going to go online, I'm going to read all of these objections, see how I would work with someone so that I could try and turn that no into a yes. And then they're going to ace it, they're going to get another discovery call, and that person could say yes, right? So it's all about being okay with the failures, being okay with doing a bad job sometimes, because it doesn't mean that you cannot learn from your experiences. Every failure is a learning opportunity, and that is the way that you need to start to reframe your mindset. Now, the second fear may seem a little bit more, I don't want to say silly, but a little bit more like something that we don't generally think about, and it's the fear of success. Now, you might be going, well, what do you mean the fear of success? Of course I want to be successful. Who doesn't want to be successful? Everyone wants to be successful. And you would be surprised at the amount of people that when they start to get successful, they self-sabotage, they pull themselves back, they keep themselves at a nice, safe level. Because actually, when we become successful, we take on a new identity, because the person that you are now, they may not be successful. And so you need to up-level yourself, and you may be scared of who that person is. Who is that successful person? And do they deserve it? There's a lot of people that will have this feeling of, well, I don't actually deserve the success, so I'm going to self-sabotage, or I'm not really worthy of this, so let's just cut that short before I get even more successful and become even more undeserving of it. So there could be all of these limiting beliefs holding us back, and this fear that keeps us stuck. So these are all things that we need to work on and overcome, because they're way more common than you think. I know that this is something I've actually had to work on, and I never would have thought that I would have a fear of success. But every time I would reach a certain level, I'd be like, okay, let's just take it easy now. You know, instead of really pushing myself to see what I could achieve, I was always like, okay, that's a bit of success, thank you. Now let's stop. Let's just pull myself back a little bit. So I had to do work on myself to realize, actually, do you know what? You can handle more. This new identity that you're stepping into is powerful. Let's see who you can become. Instead of having it be something that's fearful, it's like, no, do you know what? I want to step into this new identity. I want to up level. I want to go after what I want. I am dreaming big, and that means that I need to adapt and change and grow into this new person that can handle all of that success. Now, one thing that is important in all of this talk about dreaming big is that it's going to be really important for you to attach a meaning to it. So why are you dreaming big in the first place? If you're dreaming big because you watch this video and you're like, oh, well, some lady told me that I needed to dream big, so here I am, you know, and oh, I've just decided that I want to go and I want to have $1 billion, but you don't attach a reason why you want it, I'm going to tell you now, you're not going to go after it. You're not going to achieve that goal, because if you do not have a strong why, then you're just going to hold yourself back. We're not going to go after the things that aren't important to us. So why is that money actually important to you? If it's not actually important for you to be a billionaire, then you're not going to go after it. So set a goal that actually holds meaning. Think about it. If you do want to be a billionaire or a millionaire or, you know, any kind of heir, then why? Because I guarantee you it's not just because you want to have a lot of money. What is the actual reason that you want that money? What is it going to give you? Are you going to be able to provide for yourself? Are you going to be able to provide for your family? What is that real reason that having the money is important to you? And if you can figure that out, then you're going to be a lot more likely to go after your goal. And that is going to motivate you. That is going to push you forward on the days where you want to give up, where you don't want to do it, where you would rather stay in bed, where you would rather just be a bit lazy and watch Netflix. If you have that reason why, then you are going to go after your dreams because they are important to you. You're dreaming big for a reason. Don't just dream big because it's like, no, you're dreaming big because of this. You're dreaming big because of the life it's going to give you. You are dreaming big where you're going to build an empire coaching business because it's so important for you to help as many people as you can so that they can realize that life is worth living. Maybe you didn't think that life was worth living at one point, and now you want to help as many people as you can see that actually there's so much good in life. You want to give people that possibility, that opportunity. You also want to have a successful business because you want to provide for yourself. Maybe you grew up in a family where there wasn't a lot of money and you couldn't do a lot of the things that you wanted to do. And so now you've decided that you want a life where you don't have to limit yourself, where you can say yes, where you can go and do anything that you want. And not just you, but your family. You want to give your kids the best possible life that you can. So that is why it's important for you to go out there and to be a millionaire. If you have these reasons, then you're going to be a lot more likely to go after what you want instead of just going, oh, well, money's nice. Money is going to make my life better. How? Why? What is it actually going to give you? Money is just a tool. So you need to be very specific on what you want. Again, how many clients do you want? Do you want a business that is just going to be a lifestyle business where you can kind of relax and you can still go to the beach and enjoy your life and have clients? Or do you want to build that empire where you're really making an impact on the world? Neither is right or wrong, but it's going to be really important for you to know which path you want to go on, because that is going to determine your behaviors, your actions, what kind of person you need to become, and everything in between. So we need to make sure that we're going through the why beneath the why of why this goal is important to you. Build an emotional connection to it, because if you don't, it's just going to be a dream that's a bit pointless. A dream where you're like, oh yeah, I want this. That's it. It's going to stay a dream. Let's put it that way. Where if you have a big dream and you know why you want it, you're going to go after it. You're going to take action because it's so important for you, because you know what this dream means to you, because you know that if you don't go after it, then you're not going to have those things, or the life that you want, or the freedom, or the time to spend with your family, whatever it is. Those things go away if you do not make this dream possible. So now that we have talked all about dreams, I want you to really think about for yourself, really imagine, what do you want? Don't limit yourself. Don't put the box on. Just if there were no limits, what would be the life that you want to create for yourself? What would that mean for your business? What exactly would that look like? Anything is possible here. You are in charge. You can make it happen. Just how does it look, right? If you can vision it, that is how we bring things to life. Vision it, really see it, create this really strong vision, this dream of everything that you want, and then we'll make it happen. Then comes the how, then comes the action, but it all starts with your imagination and just really figuring out what you want for yourself. This is something that I'm actually doing at the moment as well. I am dreaming big. I'm putting it all on paper. I'm making my vision boards. I'm going after what I want for the life that I want, because it's so important for me, because I know my whys and my vision, and I'm going to make it happen. So please, if this is important for you, if you want to make coaching a possibility for yourself, a career, whether it's part-time, full-time, anything, whatever it is that you want for yourself, create this goal and remember that anything is possible. You just have to believe it and then go after it and achieve it. If you enjoyed this content, guys, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss high quality coaching content. It's been a pleasure, and I can't wait to catch you in the next video next week.